portugués español, chicos?
It's very interesting.
Because I enjoy watching Peppa Pig.
Oh, okay. For me, it's just because I want to be able to read Gabriel Garcia Marquez in Spanish. It's a goal, but let's do it. Good goal.
It's because I'm interested in Spanish culture.
I can watch Money Heist without subtitles.
You can be very naughty in this class and have fun.
Because my teachers are really amazing.
You can speak Spanish with your friends.
I can watch Dora the Explorer.
To meet new friends.
And speak Spanish together. I love Spanish shows and have a lot of friends who are learning Spanish right now.
The peer tutors are great.
I'm interested in doing public health research in Latin America.
I want to make my tuition money worthwhile. And the US is too far.
Personally, I like Yale English's hands-on approach, so everyone gets to speak in small class environments instead of like lectures that focus too much on grammar and vocabulary.
Same goes for me, so that I can also speak with my teammates who are also learning Spanish and are fluent in Spanish.
I think it's a very nice contrast between from very reading heavy classes.
And the peers and professors are really patient and supportive, and I'm really actually learning a lot in class.
I think even assignments are quite fun in Spanish class. Like we do unconventional things like filming videos and writing movie scripts.
Yeah, it's a super interactive and engaging class where you have as much fun as you learn.
At Yale NUS, you learn so much in Spanish class.
Learning is really fun and interactive because we talk to everyone in class at different times, even with COVID.
I think everyone here is very encouraging, so you don't have to be afraid even if you say something wrong in class, because everyone just laugh it off, so you don't have to be afraid.
Course material is super cool and interesting. You get into a Spanish country with the amigos in fronteras.
Everyone looks out for each other and no one makes fun of another, and it's just a very small, tight-knit community that we have here.
I think the class is very fun because the profs are amazing and the classmates are amazing as well.
The profs make very good jokes.
I learned about my friend's favorite food, family, and whether or not they're single.
Because we learn a lot that's based in real life, so that means within 1 semester, 2 semesters, you can talk to your Spanish-speaking friends extremely easily about relatively complex things. Okay, so this is the intermediate Spanish 1, and here we have Arit.
Hello. I'm learning Spanish for 2 reasons, I think. The first one, I was fortunate enough to gone to Spain in 2016, and I was really fascinated by the culture and the history, and this is one way of continuing my learning in that way. And 2, I have grown up reading Latin American literature, and one of my goals at the end of my Spanish experience is to read books in Spanish, and my experience so far has been pretty fun. Natalie, how has your experience been?
Well, I think my experience learning Spanish at Yale NUS has been very enriching thus far. I especially enjoy the peer tutoring sessions weekly where we get to speak to native speakers of the language. And and it's been really fun. I've got to know so much more about the culture in Latin America and Spain. What do you think, Nicole?
Well, I'm learning Spanish because I've always wanted to learn it. I also have many Hispanic friends, and they all encourage me to do it. And being able to communicate with them in whatever limited capacity I have has been really fun. Just like Natalie and Arit said, I've learned a lot about the culture and the different traditions, and it's been really, really great. What about you, Joshua?
Yeah, that's one of the things about Spanish. Spanish in US really forces a kind of holistic experience of the language, and that's something I kind of struggled with at first because I came in, thinking that I wanted to learn Spanish because I wanted to be able to read Spanish books, be able to kind of understand the language in a very in a very written sense. But then the Spanish courses in Yale and US force you to learn the culture, force you to learn how to speak properly, but it all really reinforces each other really well. And that helps me so much to appreciate the culture and the language in all of its forms.
Cool, yeah. I think I don't really have a very kind of like profound reason for learning Spanish. I just want to learn as many languages as possible while my brain is still young and flexible. But I think Spanish, I mean, just learning another language helps me to kind of like appreciate all the other languages that I know more. So like I've always had an interest in linguistics, right? So knowing like what structure exists in a certain language and what doesn't, and how things kind of translate, thinking about things like gender, thinking about things like intention in language, I think that's very interesting, yeah.
Okay. Muchas gracias, chicos. Clase de intermedio 2. Denise?
I've always wanted to learn Spanish since I was a child, and learning Spanish at YNC has given me the ability to go from like 0 Spanish to B1 Spanish in less than a year.
Muy bien, gracias.
Yeah, growing up, my mom and my grandma had to learn Spanish, so they always told me it's a very beautiful language, and I'm doing it at YNC because you're the best and most caring professors.
I've always wanted to learn Spanish because I've always wanted to travel and volunteer in Latin America, and I thought that by learning Spanish I'll be able to communicate with the locals there. I think learning Spanish at Yale and US is amazing because the professors are extremely helpful and the classmates are great, and there are so many Spanish-speaking friends on campus to practice speaking Spanish with.
I think Spanish has been a language that everybody's been fascinated with. I first started learning Spanish during IB, and Yale and US has given me the opportunity to build up on that foundation and progress even further.
Oh, okay. I think Spanish is a super useful language. It's not that difficult to learn actually once I started learning it, because with the guidance of the professors and being able to speak with my classmates, it's a class that I look forward to every week, and I've really enjoyed taking it.
So I really wanted to learn Spanish because I was super interested in Spanish countries' cultures and Spanish-speaking countries' cultures and how they live, and I just wanted to know more about it, and I thought that the best way to do it would be through learning the language, because you can learn a lot about a culture through its languages. So learning Spanish at YNC has been exceptionally fun because of the way we learn. It's super unique, it's super different, the professors are great, and there's a super supportive community to help you learn Spanish.
I started learning Spanish because one of my goals when I started YNC was because I wanted to learn a language from start to finish. And I think YNC has really helped me with that because in this class I get to express myself like imaginatively and play with the language instead of just memorizing it, and that's what I really like about it.
I started taking Spanish in YNC just for fun and no regrets because I've heard a lot about how good the program is. And for me, I managed to go to Spain with all the professors to learn more about the culture and also practice the language. So I think that's the great part about learning Spanish in YNC.
Spanish, 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 Spanish.